5 luxury items worth the splurge. In today's video, we're gonna talk about 5 things that I personally think are worth splurging when it comes to luxury. As always, I'm gonna make sure to link everything down below in the info box. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Amanda. Let's dive in. The current weather is perfect to talk about this first splurge worthy item, and that is gonna be a coat. The first luxury coat that I purchased was this classic trench from Burberry. Now here's gonna be where you're gonna wanna ask yourself a little bit about where you live, your climate, and your personal preference when it comes to that added extra layer to your wardrobe. If you live in a warmer climate, I personally recommend adding something a little more lightweight, just like the Burberry trench. This is a classic piece that can go in any wardrobe. I can wear this quite often, even though I live in a warmer climate. Living in Texas, I don't get to pull out a full-blown coat that often, but something with this weight not only adds that layer that really dresses up an outfit, but this one is classic, timeless, can be dressed down, can be dressed up. I also happen to have 2 Louis Vuitton coats. I have this shorter coat that I bought last year, and this is my newest coat. These are definitely statement splurge-worthy items, but because I only pull them out a couple of times a year, they're the perfect piece to add to my wardrobe that adds a little something that I can wear with basically any outfit. I personally like investing in jackets or coats for a few different reasons. One is gonna be it's an added layer to your wardrobe instead of a specific wardrobe item. And the reason why I think that is important is because if I were to buy a fancy Louis Vuitton dress, there's not gonna be very many occasions where it is appropriate to wear a fancy Louis Vuitton dress versus if I were to buy a Louis Vuitton jacket or a coat, I could be dressed in a t-shirt and jeans, I could be dressed in a fancy dress to throw that coat over the top of any outfit. So basically, you're not waiting for a specific occasion to wear a jacket or a coat. It's just when you need a little extra layer and adds a little something to your outfit. Another reason why I think adding a jacket or a coat to your wardrobe when it comes to luxury ready to wear is the overall maintenance. This might not be something that you guys consider or anybody that hasn't dipped their toes into ready to wear, but ready to wear is very high maintenance, especially a lot of my Louis Vuitton pieces that have canvas or leather or different fabrics or materials or a lot of mixed media fabrics. So I can't just send it off to a regular dry cleaners. I have to send it to a place that specializes in working with these specific fabrics and materials. Whereas if I were to have a Louis Vuitton sweater that maybe had Louis Vuitton canvas or something like that, I can't send that to the regular dry cleaners every single time I wear it. I have to send it off to a special cleaners, and that's just gonna get a little pricey. Whereas a coat or jacket that only needs to be cleaned maybe every 2 or 3 years. The next luxury item that I think is worth a splurge is gonna be jewelry. And I honestly can't believe I'm saying this because if you would have asked me 5 years ago, I would have said no way. But I started investing in jewelry about 3-ish years ago, and y'all, I am in love. My absolute favorite brand personally, but also a brand that I highly recommend to you guys is Ideal. High quality, sustainable, beautiful, classic pieces. I definitely recommend you add Ideal for a couple reasons. First is gonna be the overall brand. So I don't feel like there are a ton of brands these days that you can truly say that you believe in the concept of the brand. I love supporting Ideal for this specific reason. Not only is a sustainable brand, but they are very, very transparent when it comes to their pricing. Their quality is incredible. They use really, really high quality materials, solid gold, lab-grown diamonds. It is just a brand that I can truly, truly stand behind and feel confident sharing this brand with you. So I just think it's really important to talk about that. But let's go ahead and talk about the wearability of their pieces. I love the fact that all of their pieces are modular. And if you don't know what that means is you can see, I actually have 5 different pieces on my ear here because you start with a stud. They have like 6 different size studs, which is incredible. They have this whole like high fine jewelry area now, which they didn't have when I first was introduced to the brand. I've got 3 different studs here in my ear as well. I've got the smalls, I've got the bigs, and I've got the greats, I believe. I'll make sure to put all that information down below. And then I have 2 different add-ons. So you start with the stud that you feel most comfortable with, or that you are wanting to go ahead and give a try. Maybe you have multiple holes like mine. I prefer doing like a big to small kind of method. I think it looks really, really beautiful, very, very classic. A lot of times I'll just wear the studs because they're just classic, beautiful pieces, but these pieces grow with you. So whether you're looking for just something dainty and simple and timeless, or maybe you're looking for a little edgy look, so you want to add on these modular pieces, they've got something for everybody. They have earrings, they have necklace. Yes, the necklace that I'm wearing is also from Ideal. They have bracelets, and I want to say they even have rings now. They are truly growing their brand, which I love because it allows you to create an entire jewelry wardrobe, a capsule wardrobe, if you will, when it comes to your jewelry. Everything comes in yellow gold, which is what I'm wearing, white gold, or rose gold. So whether you prefer a different metal or maybe you like mixing your metals, definitely check them out. Like I said, I've been purchasing Ideal, wearing Ideal for definitely going on 3 years, maybe a little bit over 3 years. And I feel like that is when I started to make a little bit of a shift when it comes to my overall style, right? The jewelry, kind of switching to this, like keeping my jewelry on, sleeping in it, working out in it, showering in it, and just kind of wearing these really amazing, beautiful pieces. The new nails, I feel like there was definitely a shift change at about 3 years ago. And Ideal was definitely a part of that evolution for me. And I just love it. Like I am so, so happy with these pieces, so happy to what they've added to my wardrobe. And they definitely have. They've added both this element of like classic, timeless pieces, but then also this like modern edginess, which is what I really, really love. Because if I'm just feeling a little dainty, I just wear their dainty pieces. If I'm feeling a little edgy, I'll add something a little edgy. Like I even have like the ear cuff from them, and I love it. The jewelry feels like both classic and timeless and edgy and modern at the same time. And because you've got this modular aspect of the brand, you can really create whatever look, whatever style you want that works for you. That's another reason why I think that they make amazing gifts. I know it's after the holidays, but if you're doing any late shopping, or maybe you got some gift cards and you want to spend them, I definitely recommend investing in Ideal. It's definitely one of those brands that I'm so happy to have in my wardrobe, and it's definitely added something to my wardrobe for sure. So check out the links down below. Like I said, I do have a coupon code as well. I believe it's LuxMommy10. You can save 10%. Another splurge worthy luxury item is gonna be a good everyday handbag. If you were to ask me a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, the handbags that I'd be sharing with you might be a little different. So you do need to ask yourself, are you a shoulder bag girl like I currently am? Are you a tote girl? Are you a crossbody girl? Whatever it is that you're looking for, find the perfect everyday handbag for you. Let's go through a few that I am loving lately. First up is gonna be the Louis Vuitton Neo Noe bag. I knew I had to have this bag because it's a classic when it comes to Louis Vuitton. And y'all, this is one of, if not the #1 best everyday bag that I own in my collection, period. It's so good. Like I didn't appreciate her for what she is, because she is seriously the most comfortable bag, the most practical bag, the easiest bag. Like she's just everything. She truly is such a remarkable everyday bag. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The shoulder drop, comfortable. Getting in and out, easy. The size, perfection. She's literally perfection. Now, if I were to be super, super picky, which this was my one complaint when I was carrying her on a daily basis, was kind of wished it wasn't monogram all the time, right? I kind of wanted something a little more solid, something that would go like with absolutely everything. And don't get me wrong, she goes with 95% of my outfits, but every once in a while, I kind of wished I didn't have a monogram, which was when I purchased this one. Now, this is the Row Park Tote in the medium size. This one comes in 3 different sizes. Again, amazing shoulder drop. Very, very easy to get in and out of. solid leather, not monogram. She's a beauty. I love this bag. I also have a review and a what's in my bag on my channel of this bag. If you're looking for a very, very simple, quiet luxury bag, I recommend this brand in general, but especially this bag. This is the Goyard Anjou Mini. I also purchased this one when I fell in love with the shoulder bags. Now, this is obviously a smaller version. However, she fits all the essentials. Yes, I do have a review and a what's in my bag on my channel of this one if you want to check it out. And as you can see, she does fit on the shoulder. She tight, but she fits. Now that would be my one complaint. If I were to have a magic handbag fairy and I could fix one thing about this bag, it would be that the drop was maybe an inch longer. But as you can see, even with a thicker sweater, she still fits on the shoulder. And like I said, she does fit all the essentials. So if you're looking for a smaller everyday bag, this is a really good option. And I have to mention this one. I have to mention this one because it was love at first sight, you guys. It was seriously love at first sight. I purchased this one pre-loved. I did find more that are available down below, so I'll link them for you. And I love this bag. Like, I was expecting to like this bag. I purchased it after all, but I wasn't expecting for this bag to truly put me in a chokehold, and it truly has. I have gone back to it. When I first got it in, I wore it nonstop every day for about 2 months. Then I was like, okay, I need to switch bags because she needs a break. She needs a break. So I switched to something else. A week and a half later, I switched right back. Then I was like, no, I need to truly give her a break, and I need to give some love to my other babies. So I switched on over again, and we're back, you guys. We're back. She's my current bag. She's my current bag because I just love her so much. Also fits on the shoulder, very, very comfortable. Also very, very easy to get in and out of. Also fits all of the essentials. Also goes with most of my wardrobe because, hello, I have a neutral wardrobe. She's great. She's great. I love her, and I highly recommend. You can only buy this one pre-loved, so I'll link it pre-loved down below for you guys, but I love her. Kind of in that same category when it comes to handbags, the next thing that I also recommend, just worth a splurge, is gonna be some good old classic SLGs. So if you don't know what an SLG is, it stands for small leather good. It's basically all the accessories, all the things that go inside your handbag. So think your wallet, think any pouches, think key holders, card holders, things like that. These are my handbag essentials, my 5 SLGs that basically go in every single handbag. Now, when I say every single handbag, it may not be all my mini bags, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. I have a smaller version of this for my smaller handbags. I can go without this one if I don't have room in a certain handbag. I don't always carry my sunglass case if I've got a smaller handbag. You get the gist of what I'm saying. But part of why I think that investing and purchasing SLGs is important, because I personally feel like these put me in a good mood. When I open up my handbag to grab my keys or to grab my card or whatever, and I see all the besties hanging out together, I don't know about you, but this just makes me happy. Now, my number 1 SLG is gonna be the Louis Vuitton 6-ring key holder. I'm not necessarily saying that if you were to buy one SLG first, it should be this one. I'm just saying it's the one that I can't live without. But if you've been living without a 6-ring key holder and you just have a regular keychain, do I think that this would be a smart buy? Yes. Do I think that this is gonna, give you the most joy immediately? No. I'm gonna be honest. I truly think that the first purchase might be something like this. This is the Recto Versa. This is gonna bring you the most joy because you're gonna get a lot of use out of this. This is basically my go-to everyday wallet, but it's also the piece that I can take with me to the gym, to the grocery store, to a sports game when I don't wanna carry a handbag because it has everything that I need to walk out the door. I've got my 3 most used cards here. I've got some cash and coin in here, and then I keep like receipts and papers and things like that in here. So you really don't need anything else when you walk out of the door other than your keys. And if you're not the one driving, you don't even need the keys. But I truly feel like the Recto Versa is a very smart, first buy if you're just dipping your toes into SLGs. Next, then I would definitely get the 6-ring key holder, but I definitely feel like this is a very smart buy because you're gonna get a lot of use out of it. I also, of course, like I mentioned, I have my Louis Vuitton sunglasses case in the MM size. This is retired, but I'll link it down below, pre-loved. And then I also have toiletry 19. This is still available also on the pre-loved market, or you can buy it in the trio, which I do recommend, to be honest. I do recommend the trio, but I use this as my purse junk drawer. It's got everything in here that you could possibly need. I've got hand lotion, sanitizer, even my earbuds, lip gloss, lip balm, gum, band-aids, everything in here that you could possibly need. And then I do have a smaller version that has like my downsized things like hand lotion, sanitizer, stuff like that for my smaller bags. And then the last SLG that I have, this is also another new one. This is a new one for me as well, the recto versa. You can see I started adding the reverse to my SLG collection, but this is the Vendome. I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly. These are French words. I don't speak French, so please don't be all picky up in the comments, but this is the Vendome, and I love this. I use this for extra cards, insurance cards, punch cards, gift cards, anything that you don't have to take with you everywhere you go, but it's nice to kind of keep organized and have together and throw in a bag if you can. So I do take these with me and I love it. Very, very expandable. It can fit quite a bit. I do recommend this as well, but this would be down at the bottom of the list if you were adding SLGs. This is like once you've got your main core SLGs, which if I were to say 3 main core SLGs, it's gonna be a wallet, loving this one. It's just kind of like a little all-in-one solution. Next is gonna be the 6-ring key holder, and last is gonna be some sort of toiletry bag to hold all of your like beauty items and stuff like that. Those are gonna be my 3 core items for sure that I would recommend adding. And then you can use the sunglass case that your sunglasses come with. You don't have to use it. You can use a different card holder for your cards. But anyways, I love SLGs. And one thing that I will also say when it comes to Louis Vuitton SLGs is they last forever. They seriously last forever. I have had this 6-ring key holder for probably 8 years. 8 years. They last. They last a really, really, really long time, which is why I spend my money on Louis Vuitton SLGs, but I also recommend you do too. Let's talk luxury shoes. So I personally feel like luxury shoes is another area that is splurge worthy, depending on what you buy, your climate, and a couple of different tips and tricks that I wanted to share with you. So I'm gonna share a couple of different styles that I personally love to invest in. But again, this is one of those areas that you have to ask yourself, what is your style? What is your climate? And what is it that you truly wear? I personally like wearing either something like a loafer flats. I've been wearing loafers and flats so much lately, and this is definitely one of the styles that I'm really loving. This is by Hermes, so obviously these are a splurge. These are another loafer that I have truly been enjoying as well. These are by Aquazora, another luxury brand that I am enjoying. And then I also wanted to mention these classic ballet flats. So these are actually not by a luxury brand, but they are an Italian leather high quality shoe, a little bit more investment than a typical shoe that you would get. These are by MGemmy. Love this brand. This is one of my absolute favorite brands when it comes to footwear. You get that quality that you would expect from a high-end luxury without the price tag. I want to say these are around $200, so they're still definitely a splurge in my opinion, but these are a high quality and a classic silhouette that you're going to be able to pull out year after year. I really, really have been loving these. I am also on the shorter side, so adding heels to my wardrobe is a must-have. We've got a classic Louboutin pointed toe pump, and then we also have another pair of shoes from MGemmy that I love. Classic pointed toe pump in a really beautiful suede leather. Again, this is not a luxury brand, but this is still what I would consider a luxury shoe because it is a little bit more splurge worthy than a typical shoe that you would just go into the mall and purchase. They do come in leathers, but I just happen to have it in this suede, which is so beautiful for fall. And these are definitely not in that luxury category, but these are by far my most worn shoes. So I really wanted to include them in this video because even though they're not splurge shoes, these are like $100. They're just a must have. These go with absolutely everything, whether I'm wearing a dress, pants, whether I'm like wearing a cocktail dress, like they just go with everything. Trust me, these are just an add-on. Add these to your cart immediately. You will wear them all the time. They come in this beautiful leather. They come in a black suede. They come in an ivory, like tan suede. They are just a must-have when it comes to shoes, period. So there you have it. 5 luxury items that I personally think are worth the splurge. Make sure to check out the info box for everything that I shared with you in today's video, as well as the coupon code from Ideal. And like I said, if you're new to my channel, make sure to stick around and watch some of my other videos. I do a lot of fashion and luxury videos. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.